I'm Mike Moran,
Papapuga.
and this is Putting the Real in Real Estate, Episode 2. Before I let you introduce this, are you wearing the same shirt as Episode 1? Come on, bro. Really? People out there are gonna think we're doing this back to back to back. What are we doing? By the way, it's a great shirt. I love blue. Blue's my favorite color.
I only have a couple shirts.
All right. What is this? What are we drinking today, by the way? Who are we giving a shout out to?
Fat Orange Cat. This is, I've never had this though. This is Geriatric Kitten.
Oh. Do you like cats?
Yeah.
I love cats.
Well, I'm more of a dog guy, but.
All right. Stallone the stud at home loves his cats, though.
We got two. So I have two geriatric dogs at home, by the way.
7 and...
So
you do?
Yeah, I have a 15, well, we think he's 15, 20, whatever he is. He's a bug.
Okay.
And we have a Jack Russell Shih Tzu mix.
Yeah. What else?
She is 14. They're just.
She's still all right?
Yeah, she prances around. You might see us walking around the neighborhood, literally pushing the pug in a stroller.
And I mean,
it's funny. Or I carry her. My daughter carries him.
Everybody who watches me on social media sees my dog pulling me. He doesn't. He takes me for a walk. I don't take him for a walk.
So it's funny though. Bella, she's the Jack Russell Shih Tzu mix. She's 14. She prances around like she was 4.
I like it.
Yeah.
Shall
try
we?
it out. I've never had this, so this is the first for me.
I mean,
Geriatric Kittens.
Who is this by the way?
Fat Orange Cat. They're out of I think East Haddam, Connecticut.
Keeping it homegrown.
That's not bad either.
7.5%. So I guarantee you, at the end of episode 2, I'm gonna be perfectly fine.
I forgot to say one sip, but I was thinking.
Let's try it. Yeah, we might as well. Yeah.
It's pretty smooth.
It is pretty smooth.
That's pretty smooth.
Because you know me, I'm a little bit of a lightweight when it comes to these IPAs. And I don't mind saying it.
I am too.
Anyways. So, with the topic of today is I want to talk about is what is the difference, because I've had a lot of people ask, what is the difference between this market right now and the market of 05, 06, like through 08?
I think the biggest, so obviously I'm old.
What?
And I was...
Not that old.
I know.
You only got a couple of years on you. Come on, relax. We don't want people
You
to
just
know.
look young though.
All right. I think it's the hair, right? Huh? All right, okay. All right, keep it going.
04, 05, 06, it was like, I remember it was shooting match.
Yeah.
So what you had then though was inventory.
Okay. Yep.
Buyers and inventory.
Yeah. Okay, I remember that, yeah.
That's the difference in this market. Now there's no inventory.
And it's because you could get a mortgage like that.
Like that.
Didn't matter where
If you
were.
could sign your name
Yes.
and say your name
Yep.
at the same time.
You were all set.
You were good.
The 80-20 loans were out there.
Yeah.
So you're at the 80% where it was like 5%. The 20% was like 12%.
The craziest was the no income verification. If you had a good credit score, that's the difference.
Yeah.
So if you had a good credit score, a decent credit score,
Yeah.
you could say, I made $700,000 a year.
And you're all set.
You're done.
And that's where the overall country had the problem.
Maybe not. I might be exaggerating a little bit.
Not bad. Not that much.
Right.
Because I remember. Because I did my quick little stint doing mortgages.
Right.
Jay Verno, another shout out. He's not with the same company anymore, but still, you know. But with that quick stint, I remember being, if you had a 780 FICO score, you had an 800 FICO score, and you legitimately were making $20,000 a year.
You could say I made 150. They wouldn't question it.
Buy any house you want.
Yeah. And you had to have a down payment right of a little bit. No, you can still do the 80-20s though.
Do the 80-20.
That was the crazy part. You could do the 80-20 loan, pretty much walk into a house.
And whatever you want. And then you sign it.
Borrow your closing costs, why not?
So real estate agents back then, if we're talking about like comparison to market, were you making more money? And I can be honest with you, were you making more money back then or right now in 2021?
About the same, but
okay.
This is the but.
It's because you built. I was going to say because you built up a lot since then.
Yes. So in 04, 05, 06, it was. I kind of knew what I was doing.
But you were enthusiastic.
Yes.
And you had a lot of people.
I definitely knew, but I cared too.
Yeah.
And that's the one thing I think over the years, though, I think I talked about it in last week in the other episode.
With the same shirt, right?
I did.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Jesus So
that's fine.
That's a reminder.
Yeah. It's
but I talked
shirt.
about it looking at the paycheck instead of the person.
Yeah.
And what I learned, especially I remember moving down here
Yep.
11 years ago, you create relationships. You add value to the deal.
It's all about the referrals.
Yes.
It's all about the
Yeah.
referrals. Yeah.
And you basically take care of your clients, do the right thing, look out for them, and now next thing you know, again, I don't really market myself. I take care of the clients.
Yep.
Referral from aunt, uncle, brother, sister.
And you keep it rolling. And in this market, I think from what I've been dealing with in comparison for, say, 12, 13 years ago when I did my quick stint. Now, by the way, 12, 14, 13 years ago when I was in the mortgage industry, I turned down the job in corrections to stay in mortgage.
I remember this, yes.
I got a phone call. We talked about Mike LaJoy. I'm gonna have to tell him about this because he's gonna be like, you need to pay me for something. But I got a phone call from the Department of Corrections. They're like, hey, Mike Moran, I'd like to offer you a job at the Department of Corrections. It says, hey, so-and-so. I'm gonna turn that down. Hung up the phone within 5 seconds. And Mike LaJoy goes, are you kidding me? I got you this job. I says, however, because I was working 3-4 days a week and I was making 80 grand, just like this.
Yeah.
And then what happened in 08?
And it went quick, too.
It went right down there.
It went quick.
And we all know what the country went through back then.
Yeah.
I should say not all of us, but we know what the country went through back then.
Yes. Now, could it happen again? It depends.
Because we can't say it won't happen.
Right.
Because we can't, because then they're going to be like, Pat and Mike,
Yeah.
we don't want that. So,
But
go ahead.
I think we're in a much healthier market.
Yeah.
Don't worry, there's always going to be foreclosures and
It's going to happen.
People default.
People are going to have problems. It's going to happen. However,
In the COVID thing, obviously hurting.
it's hurt a lot of people.
Yeah.
We're in 2021, so we're trying to move past it.
Yes.
We know it's still here, but we're going to try to move past
Push through.
it. Push through. But if you think about, and I know you've dealt with your mortgage people, I've dealt with my mortgage people, Jay Verno, another shout out, is that you...
I got to give Jay Johnson one, too.
Yeah, I know. We have our guys. So with that being said, is that you do need verification to get approved on anything.
Yes. Yeah.
You do. It's not like it was 13, 14 years ago.
Going back to 04, 05, 06.
Right.
It was too easy. People that were getting loans on $400,000 houses that should have been doing Chaffa 150 loans.
Yes. And what's a Chaffa 150, by the way?
Chaffa $150,000 loan, sorry.
It's all right. We just want to make sure people know what we're talking about.
Right. Good call.
It's all right.
Somewhere in the same shirt.
Yeah. I know. I love it. By the way, it's great.
That was the thing, though. You had too many people getting those. And on top of being over-approved, they were also, adjustable rates.
Yes. Yeah. And
So
that's the problem, right?
5 years, 10 years,
Yeah.
whatever, when that loan adjusted,
All of a sudden, they couldn't
that's the
afford it.
difference
They
between now and then.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. It could be, hey, who knows?
I mean,
Who knows?
because that's the crazy thing is that, by the way, Chaffa loans, Connecticut, first time
Yeah, first-time buyer program. Great
100%
program.
finance, still going to this day. It's a little tougher because of the restrictions, what's going on right now. You can still get those. However, they're a little bit more strict. Because my condo back in 2003 I bought in Putnam, Chaffa.
I think it's good for the right person.
Yeah.
And it's a great program. I think it's a very good program.
Yeah.
For some people, even if you are a first-time buyer, it may not work for you, though, because the type of house you want to buy, the amount of money the house costs is...
But the thing is because rates are so low right now. Right. And really, whatever's happening out there rate-wise, it's good because it's keeping everything low.
Yep.
2.5%, 3.5%. We can afford a little bit more money.
Absolutely.
But it's fixed and it's getting and we're actually verifying with the banks what we can afford.
I think the biggest thing right now we're facing, too, is the lack of inventory.
Still. It is picking up a little bit. We know that.
Yep.
There's not the 25 multiple offers that we're fighting against.
5 to 8.
But I'm just saying.
No, you're right.
I know.
But that being said, we're at...
This is delicious, by the way.
It is. 42 listings in East Lyme right now. Typically in the summer, you're holding anywhere prior to COVID,
Right.
2019.
Yep.
I remember in 2019, actually, we were at 90, 88 listings. And I remember telling someone, you have to put your house on the market.
Right. And right now, we're trying to do the same
That was
thing.
2019.
That's what I'm saying. Right now, we're trying to do that.
That was 88 listings on the market.
And what's it
Not,
now?
It's at 42.
Right, half.
Yeah.
So people
And
realize
that jumped. And if you really look at those 42 listings,
yeah,
I'm just using East Lyme as an example because we're here.
right.
And if you use that as an example, out of the 42, only 10 of them are really, because the other 10 of them are new constructions. So you're really at 32.
Exactly.
That you can move into in 30 to 45 days.
Right.
So that's just...
So it's a different, so the thing is that it really is a different market from what it
100%.
was 12, 13 years ago. And I'm saying that because, again, it's from when I was involved in it, and I saw what loans were getting done, and that's when that dip happened.
Right, right.
And then corrections called in 09, I says, yeah, I'm out.
Yeah.
And I went back for a short stint of selling cars real quick because the money wasn't there anymore. But
Right.
you stayed with it.
Oh, yeah.
Consistent.
I did dabble. I remember in 08 and 09,
Yeah.
I got my life insurance. I actually got my Series 6 and
Yep.
63. And
Do you have life insurance on that
I
shirt?
No. You want it?
I love it.
I don't.
I mean,
You
you gotta
stretch the
get the
sleeves
guns.
out
You
though.
gotta
I
get
gotta
the
stretch them
guns
out a
going
little.
I know, it's all right. It's fine. Okay, all right. Continue. Cheers. All right. Continue.
No, but I did that, but I got the licenses,
Yeah.
dabbled with it, and toyed around with it.
And you
but-
still stay with real estate.
Absolutely.
That's the biggest thing is you stayed consistent with it.
And the thing
throughout
I
the bad
found
times.
that even without, like really marketing myself,
Sure.
there was still, every year people were coming back.
The one thing is you said in episode 1, you just said it again in episode 2, is that episode 3, I think we're going to do a marketing. What do you
I think
think?
we should.
What?
We should.
We should.
Absolutely.
I like
And
it.
actually, I should do better marketing, but I've always done well with...
But it's all about creating the brand,
Yeah.
right?
I'm with you.
Because we have Century 21 behind us.
Yeah, 100%.
But it's all about Pat Papuga.
Or Mike Moran.
What?
Or Mike Moran.
Cheers to that. Well, here's the thing.
I thought he was going to get the what?
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 Only one what?
No, what?
What? The biggest thing is, again, with this, we're talking about is the market right now, is that should people be afraid to list their house?
No. How
What?
quick? Did I say that quick?
What did you say?
No.
All right. Why is that?
Because if... Actually, I take that back.
Okay.
I'm going to backtrack.
What? All right, I'm going to stop. What? Go ahead.
I love it. I'm going to have you slam me through the table.
I'm ready.
Mike's
Okay.
a big W. Did they know?
I think
most of your people do.
If
know.
people know and they follow me
I know.
on social media, who's my favorite wrestler?
Stone Cold. Hogan, come on.
He is going to get a big boot and a leg drop for that one. Anyways.
No, I was saying it because
What?
What?
All right. So the biggest thing is, again, in this market, in this inventory we have, is it, or should people be afraid to list?
No, unless you have nowhere to go.
Okay.
I've actually literally talked clients out of, or waiting at least, because where are you going to go?
And because the rental market is it almost as worse as the housing market right now?
Obsolete.
Right.
I mean, it's, where are you going to go?
Right. Listen, we do what we got to do. And we're just trying to have our. I had a good friend of mine, and I don't mind saying his name right now. Dylan LaGranger said it the other day on social media. Fiduciary. There's one thing I learned in real estate class is fiduciary duties. We take care of our clients.
You have
Dylan,
to.
I love you, brother.
You have to.
Yeah.
And again, I said it before, you have to add value. And how do you add value? By doing the right thing.
Exactly.
It's that simple.
So next episode, what are you going to do next episode?
I'm going to flex off with you.
Nope.
Wear a different shirt.
Yes.
And flex off.
And flex
Can I
off.
put the Hogan thing? I can rip it off.
I'm ready. You don't have to tell me twice. I love you, brother.
Hey.
Till next time.